welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. I'm Allison Donnelly, and today is Monday, December 10th.
And I'm Rob Churnside, and I am just getting all whacked out and hyped up about Christmas, Allison. I got to settle down a little bit. I went to Elkton today.
Well, you've got your blue Christmas outfit on.
I'm having one.
I hope not.
I went to Elkton today to talk to the folks at the Elkton Alliance about Cash for Christmas.
Yep.
Big deal in Elkton.
Yeah.
And I started asking people about what the holidays mean to them. And we got some really good opinions from people.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, like, hopefully we'll have a rap that we can show on the show.
A certain rapper.
Yeah. And we got our tree over the weekend. How about you?
We got our tree a couple weeks ago. Local places. I know you were just telling me where you got your tree.
Yeah, I went to Pusey's on Love Run Road. It's only $24, and they'll bag it up for you, and they have hundreds of trees.
Yeah.
It was
We
nice.
haven't decorated ours yet, have you?
Oh, no. But you could go to downtown Elkton and buy some stuff.
That's
Cash
true.
for Christmas.
It's true, yeah. And we'll have Roger Owens on the show this evening to tell us about that and the other things that the Chamber and Alliance does in Elkton.
For sure, with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going to get ready for Christmas. I'm going to try and just take it in stride, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like this time of year is so crazy and busy. I mean, it feels like just yesterday was Thanksgiving, and now it's time to think about New Year's even. And I think everyone should just remember to slow down and enjoy the holidays.
Great idea.
And now for the news. Last Tuesday, the Maryland State Department of Education released its Maryland School Report Card. The report ranks public schools individually in all districts throughout the state. Elementary, middle, and high schools are measured and ranked on a wide selection of indicators, resulting in a rating from 1 to 5 stars. Factors considered include English language proficiency, absenteeism, and post-secondary success. Dr. Karen Salmon, State Superintendent of Schools, has said, "The new Maryland Report Card will help parents, educators, policymakers, and the general public gain a better understanding of how each school is doing based on our accountability measures." The proposed I-95 Belvedere Road interchange is Cecil County's top transportation priority, and it received a significant boost last week with the awarding of a $20 million grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation. The project is a partnership between the Maryland Transportation Authority, Cecil County, and Stewart Property Management Incorporated in coordination with the Federal Highway Administration. The proposed interchange at mile 96 on I-95 would provide improved truck access to the Principio Business Park, which is expected to bring over $560 million of revenue to Cecil County in the next 20 years. And tomorrow, Aberdeen Proving Ground hosts the second National Opioid Crisis Community Summit. The keynote speaker will be Dr. Jeremy Adams, Surgeon General of the United States. Other speakers will include Cecil and Harford County executives Dr. Alan McCarthy and Barry Glassman. The event will include afternoon panels focused on prevention, intervention, and treatment. Have you visited Cecil TV's new website? Take the time to go to www.cecil.tv and you will find the latest shows and segments as well as the ability to search the growing archive of hundreds of past segments. Check out the event calendar, the almanac, along with new ways to contact us and get involved. We'll be back after these messages.
The Cecil Land Trust promotes partnerships that are focused on conservation and protecting all aspects of our environment. We support farmers using sustainable practices and provide conservation initiatives like stream restoration and land preservation. Through partnership, we educate and promote the economic importance of sustainable local food production and agritourism to our region. Together, we can celebrate the gift of good land by eating locally. From organic vegetables at Flying Plow Farm and Priapi Gardens, to the grass-fed beef at Stafford Farm, the lamb at Arley Farm, Heritage Hill, and dairy products from Kilby Farms, eggs from Stoffless, and cuisine from Rumbleway Farm. We like to toast with a beer from Fire Tower Brewery, and finish with a treat from Stoffless Farm Bakery. Help us celebrate what the land provides and those who make Cecil County their home. Show us your support by buying local products, attending an event, or doing your part to protect our good land.
I'm Bruce Mangini. I'm down here at the Elkton VFW, post 8175, collecting toys for the less fortunate children of veterans. Come on down to see me. I'm staying on the roof until I fill my trailer. I came up on Sunday the 2nd and come down to stretch my legs and hot coffee in the morning. So come on out, help me fill this trailer, get me off the roof. I want to be able to spend some time with my family too.
Like all journeys, a journey to space starts with a single step, or several, as experienced this week by a group of Leeds elementary 5th graders. Tim Dominic, who works at Northrop Grumman's Elkton facility, has worked with Leeds students for several years with the goal of exciting students to pursue careers in STEM fields.
So this is what it's going to be like to work in outer space, all right? When I say go, we're going to start. My name is Tim Dominic. I work at Northrop Grumman Innovation Systems here in Elkton, Maryland. Also with the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, world's largest professional engineering society. And we're here today at Leeds Elementary School to do some simulated astronaut training for their 5th grade students. These 5th graders are competing for a chance to win a Northrop Grumman scholarship to space camp. And we wanted to give them a little bit of taste today about what astronaut training is all about that they might experience at space camp.
With the guidance of Tim and 4 of his co-workers, the students were faced with a series of challenges that utilized agility, dexterity, jump, balance, and reaction. Participants are eligible to receive a fully paid scholarship to space camp in Alabama this summer.
Welcome back to 30 at 6. You may know the Elkton Chamber and Alliance as the sponsor of all kinds of fun and exciting events in downtown Elkton. Here to tell us all about it is Vice President Roger Owens. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here.
Of course. So tell us a little bit of background on the Elkton Chamber and Alliance.
Well, the Elkton Chamber was originally formed maybe 50 or 60 years ago for the emergence of primarily downtown Elkton, and it evolved over time. And back in the 90s, the Elkton Alliance was created, and the Alliance was formed to help with infrastructure and other financial items in Elkton. And after a short period of time, we realized having 2 separate organizations didn't make any sense. So we merged, and I can't give you the exact date, it was sometime in the late 90s, and it became the Elkton Chamber Alliance. And since that time, we've been doing as many things as possible for the Elkton area, Elkton merchants inside and outside of downtown Elkton.
So in the past few years, and especially in the past few years, but for a long time, there's been a lot of growth in Elkton, a lot of new businesses opening. We've got new breweries, which is exciting, and a lot of other things, a lot of new storefront activity going on. What role does the Chamber and Alliance play in that?
We do a number of things. One is to financially promote them. If there's any grant money available through the state, we can help apply for those grants for facade improvements or low interest loans for buildings. We also promote the businesses by having ribbon cuttings and grand openings for them, as well as helping them with brochures and menus and things like that that they would not normally have the expertise to do, as well as all of the networking opportunities that the Alliance has to offer. We have a business meeting every month, and everyone's invited to that. We have a website which generates about 27,000 hits per month, and each of the members of the Elkton Alliance obviously are listed there, so other businesses and other people from outside can see that. Plus all the events. We have a lot of events. We have something every single month, it seems like, but we have car shows all summer long. We have the Memorial Day Parade. We have the Halloween Parade. We have the Fall Festival. There's just a lot of things going on, and right now it's Christmas time, so we have something every Friday, not just first Friday, but every Friday.
So speaking of which, there are a couple things coming up before the end of the year.
That's correct. This Friday, the 14th, is going to be the Old-Fashioned Christmas, and the Old-Fashioned Christmas is where we will have horse and buggy rides available for free that will take you around the downtown area. And we encourage everyone to come out and bring the family, and we will give you a ride around. And you can also shop. The Cash for Christmas is going on, and that's where that you can save your receipts for merchants in or around the downtown area of Elkton. That includes the American Home and Hardware and Elkton Carpet and Tile and some of those, and you save your receipts. And the top person who spends the most money in those Cash for Christmas merchants will win a prize, and that's a cash prize. And then we have a second place also. So that's going on during the entire month of December.
Right, it started November 1st and runs all the way through Christmas Eve,
That's
right?
correct. And we keep track of those numbers. The numbers have been phenomenal with the amount of people that have come registered for that. And also, we're bringing a lot of people from out of town. And that's what we want. We want to bring other people into Elkton and see what we have to offer and see some of our new businesses. You mentioned the pubs and the other stores there. There's a lot of new businesses there, and we're really doing our best to promote it. On the 21st, the Merchants Committee is going to have SantaCon.
Right, is that the first ever
This is the first one in Elkton. Yes, that's correct. And SantaCon is where you're encouraged to dress up in a Christmas costume, a Santa Claus costume, or whatever Christmas-related costume, and go around and visit the pubs and visit the merchants and spend some money while you're there and have fun. It's almost like Halloween at Christmas time is what I look at it. This is going to be our first one.
Swag bags.
That's correct. We have swag bags. The merchants, excuse me, have gotten together, and I believe there's going to be 200 of them, and they're going to have coupons for discounts at various Elkton Alliance members. Again, not just downtown, but other merchants out on Bridge Street and out on Route 40, as well as giveaways with pads and ink pens and whatever else that they can acquire. But there's going to be about 200 of them given out, and those are also for free. So when you come downtown, that's one of the things you want to do is grab your swag bag and dress up in whatever Santa-related costume that you want, and then go and have some fun and meet some people. If you haven't been downtown Elkton lately, it's a good time to do it because there's a lot happening there.
Right, that's so true. Will you be dressing up?
I haven't decided yet, but I don't have a Santa Claus uniform, but I do have a lot of Santa Claus and Christmas ties. I'm sure I could put something on, yes.
Wear all of them.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm sure I could find a Santa Claus hat someplace.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Well, I appreciate you letting us come here, and I appreciate helping out.
Roger Owens is Vice President of the Elkton Chamber and Alliance.
Hello there, my name is John Campus. I'm from the YMCA. We are here taking part of a wonderful program that we'd like to share with you. We have a holiday tree throughout the holiday season here at the YMCA. We place angels on the tree, we get donations, and we help needy families during the holiday season. We would like to introduce some fellows from BNI, as well as Miss Liz, who's part of the child care program, and share a little more about our program. Thank you, and please participate.
Hi everybody, Merry Christmas. My name is Elizabeth Pompali. I am the Child Care Director with the Cecil County Family YMCA. Many of these gifts go to our families here that are part of our program in child care that just need that extra little help this winter season. We encourage you to continue to come in and pick the angels off the tree and purchase the items for the kids to make their Christmas great. Thank you.
There you go, fellas. Big help right here.
Hi, I'm Steve Moon. We're representing BNI today, Tim Granger and I, American Engineering. And what we're doing is we're supporting the YMCA's Angel Tree program. Anyone in the public can drop by the Y and pick off one of these gifts. It gives you the age of the child and something that's on their wish list from Santa. And it really helps out. These are children that live here in our community, and we can support our community and make our place a better place to live. So give them some support. Stop by the Y. What time are you open?
We're 5 a.m. till 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Stop by anytime. 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm sorry.
There we go. 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. YMCA here in Cecil County, and stop in and help a child. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh no, the furnace is on the fritz again.
This time I'm calling the moon man.
Wow, he's here already?
At your service. There you go. Mission accomplished. Our house is nice and warm again. Thanks, Moon Man.
You're awesome.
You're welcome. Just go to moonairinc.com.
For out of this world service, Moon Air
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Charles. For 30 years, I have been practicing functional medicine and gentle chiropractic. Elkton Chiropractic Neurology is dedicated to enhancing whole body rejuvenation, whether or not you are afflicted with injury or disease. We utilize a structural, neurologic, metabolic, nutritional, and energetic approach to restoring your body to its full potential.
After coming to Dr. Charles, I'm better than I was before.
You deserve to feel good and to have an active lifestyle, so why not call Elkton Chiropractic Neurology today?
Since 1991, the Marine Toys for Tots program has been distributing donated toys for less fortunate children. This year, the Elkton High School football team provided 188 gifts in a partnership in which Anchor Buick GMC will match the gifts contributed. Last night, supporters, Anchor representatives, and county officials assembled in the Anchor showroom to show their appreciation to team members.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Tom Williams from Anchor Buick GMC, and we're proud once again this year to partner with the Toys for Tots campaign. Every year, Toys for Tots collects new and unwrapped toys to be distributed in our local community. This year, every toy dropped off at our location, we will match with a toy of our own. So please consider donating to this worthy cause to make Christmas a little brighter for every needy child in our community. Thank you.
And now 30 at 6. Cecil County in the world, bringing the wonder of Christmas into your home. A man who needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him to you anyway. You know him as Saint Nick, Father Christmas. In France as Père Noel. Welcome, Santa, to 30 at 6.
Thank you, Rob.
It's my pleasure to have you here. I've been good all year waiting for you to return. You were here last year.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys having me back again this year.
Well, you have a busy schedule, so I got a couple questions that some of our viewers had sent in. I have one of my own that we've been asking folks.
Okay.
We've been asking folks out on the street, what's the meaning of the holidays? And Santa, for you, what's the meaning of Christmas?
Well, the meaning of Christmas to me is it's the time of year that I can spread a little joy and Christmas magic to all the people out there, because there's so little of it nowadays. Especially like the look and the twinkle in the kids' eyes when they see me, when they come up to me, and I enjoy that very much.
With the big days coming up, and
yes,
you have
sir.
a busy schedule already, right?
Yes, sir. It's coming up sooner than I wanted to. It's coming fast, but.
So you were telling me earlier that you're going to Aberdeen to a Christmas village.
Correct.
Coming up.
Correct. This excuse me, this Saturday evening, I'm going out to a Christmas village in Aberdeen. A lady and her husband put a Christmas village in their house. It basically takes up their whole entire living room, 3/4 of her dining room. They invite the public in to view the Christmas village.
Wow.
And it's really nice.
But Friday, you're going to actually be hanging out with the kids.
Yep. I have an outing, myself and Mrs. Claus. We're going to Leeds Elementary School in Cecil County Friday evening from 6 to 8, having cookies with Santa and Mrs. Claus. Looking forward to that, seeing all the kids.
You're going to have to, at some point, you're going to have to shut down some of this local stuff and get back to the North Pole and
Yeah.
get things ready, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going to probably shut it down. I have an outing Saturday also up at the Chesapeake Harley-Davidson from 12 to 3, so that'll probably be my last outing Saturday.
So you'll be riding the Harley back to the North Pole, across the tundra, right?
Yes, sir. But yep, and after that we will be heading back north to get ready for the big day.
Keep the elves working to get
Oh
everything
yeah,
packed
got
up.
to check on the elves, make sure they have all the presents and everything in order. The reindeer.
I got some. Our viewers sent some questions in. Can we ask some questions and have you answer them to the best of your ability?
Sure.
Without giving away, the surprise for Christmas.
Okay.
How big is an elf?
Average elf, average around 4 foot. Some a little taller, some a little shorter, but the average is 4 foot.
But they're wiry, right?
Oh yeah, some of them can be very wiry.
So you can get a lot of good work out of them.
Yes, sir.
And this thing about Rudolph and these reindeer games, we've been singing about them for years. What are they?
That's one of the reindeer games. Is when they are little, they work on their flight and their takeoff and landing, and they spire with their antlers to kind of strengthen their necks. Well,
that's what the reindeer games are all about. Now Rudolph's nose. Is there a battery included?
No. That is all Rudolph there.
All Rudolph. That's the magic. It's part of the magic.
Yes, sir. That's part of the Christmas magic.
Now, one more thing. A couple more things, really. Do you have some advice for the boys and girls out there in TV land about how to get ready for Christmas and how to, put themselves up in your good light so that you'll visit them and give them what they want?
Well, yeah. One of the things is behave. Listen to your parents. Do good in school. Don't backtalk to your parents. And just behave best your ability, because I can see you all the time. So
all the time.
All the time.
Each and every day, right?
Yes, sir.
Nighttime too?
24/7.
24/7. Well, the elves are getting everything ready. You're going to do some appearances. Then you're going back on your Harley to the North Pole.
Yes, sir.
And hop on the sleigh with Rudolph and the crew. And
right.
Bring the toys. Over the years, we've had a variety of fads. You remember the pet rock and all that kind of stuff. And are there some traditional toys that year to year kids really like?
Well, Rob, I do have one that I did bring with me. It's an all-time classic. I'm sure a lot of people recognize it when I show them to you. It's the Red Ryder BB gun from the Christmas Story.
Whoa! I've always wanted one of them. You think maybe a guy like me could have one of these?
I don't know, Rob. I'm not sure about you. You might shoot your eye out. So we'll have to see, though.
Well, okay. Let me just hold it for a little bit.
All right, I'll let you.
Anything else, Santa?
No, that's pretty much it. I just want everybody to be good and be on their best behavior, because Christmas will be here before you know it. So be on your best behavior, because I will know if you did not.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.
Hello and welcome to Cecil.TV's Cecil Weekly. It's December the 11th and I'm your host, Rob Churnside. Well, we all survived the blizzard of 2017. I had 5 inches of the white stuff in my yard and there's still a little bit hanging around. The question is, 2 questions really. Number 1, are we going to have a white Christmas? And number 2, are we going to get any more blizzards before the end of the calendar year? If you think you have the answer, check in with Cecil.TV. Text us a tweet or send us an email or hit us on our Facebook or whatever we got. The number on the screen, maybe. You know how to get in touch. Anyway, Santa Claus was on the show a couple weeks ago. He's going to be at Granite Run Tap Room this Saturday, December the 16th at 7 p.m. So bring the kids down. They want to get their last minute wishes in, to requests in to the big guy. We have good guests tonight. Our first guest, Mr. History himself, Mike Dixon. Mike, welcome.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me.
So much to talk about, so much history in Cecil County.
For sure.
What are we talking about tonight?
Well, since you were talking about Santa going to the Granite Tavern and things, I thought maybe we ought to talk about the holly tree. So, about this time of year, Rob, in Cecil County, going back for generations, people were getting very excited. In the old downtowns in Northeast or in Rising Sun or Elkton, they were heading to Newberry's or Kramer's department store or other places around the county. But there was one really big holiday tradition everybody looked forward to, and that was the holly tree lighting.
The one in Perryville.
The one that's still here, yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And so...
You're listening to a broadcast originating at Jackson, Maryland, where the 7th annual lighting of the Baldwin, Ohio holly tree is about to take place. You may have heard the sound of passing trains on the nearby tracks. Tonight and all through the holiday season, B&O streamliners will slow down when they reach this point so that passengers and crewmen may get a good look at the railroad's beautiful lighted tree. In keeping with Christmas spirit, which fills the hearts of all of us now, the B&O Glee Club, under the direction of Dr. Dash, will sing Praise Ye the Lord of Hosts from the Christmas oratorio of the French composer Camille
In addition to your holiday shopping, meeting Santa downtown in Northeast, you were off to the holly tree. And I think it was just last weekend they illuminated it once again. So it's a tradition that's been with us, Rob, since 1948.
1948. Well, I could count on my fingers, but how long has that been? It's been over 50 years anyway, 70 years.
Over 60
almost
years.
70 years.
Almost 70 years. That's very good math.
I was stalling to get it all counted out. But anyway, You can see it from Route 40.
You can. And
It's
you
a-
can visit.
On the weekends?
On the weekends and even tonight. If you drive by, it's illuminated, and they have a website, so perhaps people would want to visit there and get the details, but they had a grand kickoff a week or so ago, and I think they have Santa there a few times, so there's a lot of things, and it's a very active committee. But, they're the caretakers of something that's, as you just said, has been around for 70 years. It's been a long county tradition. First time they did it was 1948, and it was the railroad that was behind it.
The railroad was behind a lot of stuff from prior to 1948 up into this day. I don't think people really realize, Mike,
No.
how important the railroad was.
Well, right there at the Holly Tree, and the reason it's there, Rob, there was a country station, Jackson Station, and the B&O Railroad had come through in the 1880s, and of course the train would stop there. But in the 30s and 40s, there were these beautiful holly trees growing alongside the tracks. And as Christmas would come on, people would comment about them. And finally, in 1948, the railroad decided, we're going to turn this into a ceremony. And they literally, for many seasons after that, they would have a special train come out of Baltimore with lots of folks on board, all sorts of holiday music and activity. And so since 48, it's been a very look forward to tradition in Cecil County, but really beyond Cecil County. People from Baltimore and Philadelphia, it was a family thing. When those luxury train liners that would go barreling across the county, like the Royal Blue, these were like the first class trains, they would slow down at the Holly Tree so everybody could get a look at it. And so it's an interesting tradition that still continues with us today.
If you think about it, Mike, trains weren't just something that slowed you down when you were in your car back then in 48. Trains were an alternative mode of transportation.
Not only an alternative, they were the essential mode of transportation.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you take the B&O, since we're talking about that. There were a whole bunch of little stations every few miles up the road. So if you can imagine, there was a little station stop in Jackson. You go out Nottingham Road, Eder, another station. Elk Mills, Leslie, Childs, Aiken, Perryville, all these were little station stops along the way. So those were your route for commuting.
And were there spurs going into the main line?
Yeah, there would have been spurs going off to industrial tracks and spurs going off to factories and mills all along the way. And so that railroad provided transportation, hauling of freight. It was essential to the economy too. A lot of people had good jobs there.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Mike. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, well, thanks for having me again, and I'll look forward to talking to you another time.
Yes, I think that would be great. Thank you.
Thanks.